What's going on, everybody, man? We back, man, in the trenches, man. We just had a crazy one. Bonnie Godiva and Coffee Brown just went down. First of all, y'all look amazing.
Thank you.
One of the things I want to say, shout out to Battle Truth. Me and him feel like this. Y'all keep it.
I love Battle Truth.
I already know,
Shout out
man.
Battle Truth.
Shout out Battle Truth. So listen.
Niggas don't want to shout this nigga out, but this is the funny blogger, maybe in life. Salute the Battle Truth, man. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. This nigga is one of the funniest niggas on a face.
This up. Okay, Battle Truth on YouTube. You are one of my official go-to sources. As you know, I'm still involved in battle rap behind the scenes.
No, hold on. We got he's the man. I fuck with him.
Battle Truth? Yeah,
I think he's dope.
You know, it's crazy. I just started watching him. Like, I just started watching like the last 6 months, but I'm like, yo, he know what he's talking about. You know what I mean? Like, he's funny.
He does know what he's talking about.
And we kind of need that.
I just feel that he Yeah.
Nah, but
he's hilarious. Battle Truth.
He's wild hilarious. He's also got his own thing. You feel what I'm saying?
He's mad funny.
You know what I mean? So,
but
like...
with him, though, another thing with him, like... And I'm not talking bad about him. I respect him. I like him. I watch his channel. I watch
like
him.
A judge and shit.
Yeah, I go to his channel. I can say myself, before I go to anything else...
You go to Battle Truth first?
I go to Battle Truth first. I'm being honest.
That's crazy.
I want to see what he talk about, how he's saying it. But
welcome to Battle Truth, in my point of view. I don't know you, so I'm not a hater. I can only give you the facts that's written on these papers. And since we have no dealings, therefore the court can care less about your feelings. I'm the Honorable MallikiBaker, your presiding judge, chairman and spokesperson for United Front. You are my witnesses and jury. You may be seated. Court is now in session. Let's talk about it. Talk about it, people.
Janice was so possessive of Diddy that she sent him to an all-boys school because she wanted to be the only woman in his life.
So she made sure there were no girls around, and so I went to an all-boys school.
it was also a Catholic school.
Yes, a Catholic school. I was brought up in Catholic schools all of my life.
Okay, hold on. So, according to Diddy, his mama wanted to be the only woman in his life. Think about that. She wanted to be the only woman in his life that she sent him to an all-boys school. He was raised up as a Catholic. Think about that. I want that to settle in for a second, y'all. Let that settle in for a second. So his mama wanted to be the only woman in his life that she sent him to an all-boys school. Didn't want him dealing with no women, no girls at all. She wanted to be the only woman in his life. Then when you look into more of this stuff and talking about how she used to basically be all type of things, running the streets, a model, running after-hour sets and freak-offs and things like that. So she literally groomed this guy. She literally made him who he is right now. His mama did. You got rappers speaking out against her, talking about she actually is a seductive, twisted, evil lady who comes off as an innocent woman, when in reality, she's very evil. She's like the influence behind a lot of his actions, and rightfully so when you see what's going on here. Think about that. What is your relationship between you and your son that you want to be the only woman in his life to the point that you don't want him with no other woman but you? Something wrong with that picture. Something is wrong with that picture, and it do not sit right at all. Then they got footage of her twerking and backing it up on him, and he behind her with his hand on her waist like a woman he's screwing. Just think about the logistics in that. Think about that. You're sitting here, you know your son have to go to school, but you don't want him engaged in any type of woman whatsoever. So you send him to an all-boys school. a Catholic school at that, who specialize in sexual abuse and homosexuality when it comes to children. And then you wonder why your son has charges on him and allegations on him for molesting minors and raping and having sex with men. The very thing you brought him up in. The very thing you made it your business to surround him in. He is now sitting on trial for. Think about that. You literally groomed him into the monster he is. That's crazy. Your son is the reflection of your upbringing. And this is what you did to your own child, who's a grown man now. But you programmed his mind to the point it became a stronghold, that he operated in it because he felt that he was dependent on it. That's what happens when you get involved with addictions and habits. They become dependence in which you believe you must have it, you need it, because it developed a stronghold in your mind. That's what's exactly happening here. This is what she did. You mentally abused your son, allegedly physically abused him. Allegedly. But the mental abuse is definitely there. The spiritual coercion is definitely there, by which he operated and started hurting and affecting others because you first did it to him first. He talking about how he was 12 years old out in the street to 3, 4 in the morning while she was running after hours in nightclubs. She left out all the real truth of the prostitutions and sex because she didn't want to bring shame and embarrassment to him and herself publicly. So according to her, she looked it so good running after hour sets in nightclubs that men will just tip her money because of how beautiful she is. Right. But it don't come with no sexual favors. All different type of men just giving you money because you just that drop dead gorgeous and look good. Like a damn money tree. Come on, man. We not buying that trash. Here, take it. Take it. Bang the gavel on your damn self. Don't worry about it. I'm going to do it for you. No, man, get out of here with that trash. Sad thing about it is, this man couldn't even call up no witnesses to testify on his behalf, not even his mama. They was afraid to even put his mama on the stand to testify for his behalf, afraid of what might come out. Think about that. Your own mama can't save you for your trial. She can't even speak up for on your behalf because of what may come out about her in your relationship. Think about that. That's terrible. And it's very shameful. But again, these be examples for us. Even though they the one being publicized because they the bigger names and they the faces who people familiar and used to. These things are going on behind the scenes all over the world. Parents abusing their children. Parents indoctrinating their children. Parents seducing their children. Actually turning them out to be the animals and monsters they truly are. Molding and shaping their minds and directing them on the path of evilness and wickedness, by which the rest of the world suffer as a resulting consequences to it. That's what you see what's happening in the world today. All these young boys killing and murdering each other because they upbringing is terrible and the parents not correcting them and chastising them, putting them on the path of righteousness. So now they become our problem. Now their guns are against us. And the parents don't really care because 9 times out of 10, their children not going to really hurt them, even though it has been documented that children have killed their parents, will put hands on their parents. But for the most part, what you fail to do, they become society's problem. You hurt your child, you put them on a path of destruction, sexual abuse, you allowed him to be abused while abusing him yourself. Then he grew up now abusing others. That was terrible. You that obsessed with your own damn son that you don't want him having a normal, natural relationship with a woman. You want to be the woman in his life. Something is wrong with that picture. Something is wrong with that picture for any parent to do such a thing. You're not afraid of a girl breaking his heart. You just don't want him falling in love with somebody, afraid that it may take him away from you. You want to be your own son's lover. Something is wrong with that picture. That is filthy, that is nasty, and it is very trifling. You want to be your own son's lover. That is terrible. That is nasty. What is wrong with this lady? Shameful. Very shameful. Hold on.
I love you. Love you too.
Terrible. Want to be your son's own lover. That's crazy. Yeah, definitely a lot of suspicion there. And they on record saying it. Think about that. Who does that? I don't want my son in a relationship with no woman. I want to be the only woman in his life. You need to be investigated. You need your damn brain checked. Something is really, really wrong with you. There's a perversion there. Or maybe it is that he looks so much like his father, who ended up getting murdered and killed, that you see your father, that you see his father in him, and may find attraction in your own damn son because he reminds you of his father. That's crazy. That's what I'm seeing. And you're not even getting the whole picture. And she's sitting up there, and it still ain't registering in her damn mind that she is the monster behind her son's actions. She groomed him doing this ever since he was a child. Ever since he was a child. That's what's crazy. Ever since he was a child. That's what we really seeing. She groomed him to that lifestyle. She groomed him to the point where he began to operate under those principles and had no problem with being abused while bruising others, because you allowed it to be done to him when he was a child, sending him to an all-boys school where I ain't gonna say he don't have a choice, because you always have a choice, but damn, you set him at a point and place of disadvantage, to a point of place of disadvantage, by which you made him susceptible of homosexuality and being touched and abused. And you knew about the Catholic Church. Let's stop playing these games. You knew about the Catholic Church. You sent your son there and allowed them to allegedly physically abuse him, mishandle him, take advantage of him, so it could make it even more easier for you to control him. That's exactly what's happening here. That's what she did. You allowed them to break his spirit when you first started it off. You allowed him to go undisciplined and unchecked. For what? Because you were putting yourself in a position of control and dominance, to the point now no one can tell him nothing. He don't want to listen to nothing. We see his actions and how he acts towards others. He reckless, out of control, don't want to listen, but he just want to rule. He just want to rule without knowing how to serve. without having empathy for others, without knowing how to have compassion for the weak. And you raised him to be vengeful, spiteful. And he take out his actions on others as a result of how you affected him as a mother. He abused his body because you robbed him of his innocence as a child. So now he look at his body as being a form of waste because you never respected it or never taught him to respect it. When you the one violating him, eating at his innocence, tearing at his conscience, depleting his spirit because of your wickedness, your evilness, your nastiness as a woman. I'm telling y'all, man, this stuff be real. Look at these stars. Look at their life just all presented before us. This stuff is evil and wicked and shameful. That's why it's so easy for them to go between those doors. Look at what's been going on in their home. This is why they have no problem signing up for all the mess that comes with being a star and a celebrity. Terrible. Terrible. These are examples for us. That realm and that world is terrible. I don't doubt I'm going to be successful because I know it. I'm successful right now. God already blessing me. I'm already there on the way. But let me tell you something. I'm the one they hate, but I'm the one that's protected at the same time. But I'm also the one that's loved. I'm the one that's loved and hated and protected at the same time. Loved by those who love God in truth, hated by those who are against God in truth, but protected by God and standing in the truth. Let me tell you why this is important. Because what needs to be displayed is that you don't have to sell your soul for the devil for his gifts and rewards that only come with consequences and problems. God will prepare a table before you in the presence of your enemies that the world will see that I am more successful than any last one of these stars that's shown on here because I took a stand for God. See that? That's what matters. These people are sick. She abused her son and allowed others to abuse her son also. Read between the lines, people. This is common sense. What woman would put that in her son's head that I want to be the only woman in your life? I don't want you having no type of relationship with any woman at all. I want to take it away from you before you could even begin to understand it. And you put him in the company of all boys who parents may have thought the same way, and you leave them to be left to their weak mind, to actually be influenced by the devil, to all begin to have sex with one another, experimenting on one another, without guidance, without direction, under the care of homosexuals who raping them too, who molesting them too. And then he come back home to you and you finish him off. And then he grow up and you release him to the world to now do it to everybody else. These people are evil. These people are terrible. These people are very, very shameful. Shameful. This is an evil, wicked woman. Terrible. And all the money in the world don't get them demons and devils off them. And they end up digging their own graves. It never fails.
What's in those streets for you? Leave me waiting on you. What's in those streets